What's up, guys? I'm back. Actually doing like developer stuff, programming, animations. I'm gonna try to put a little bit of a spin to it and do this almost like the way I do my gameplay stuff. So I finally got the motivation to work on my MMO again, and believe it or not, it was actually because of this Illyria video I was just watching about how this guy like basically scammed people out of like 8 million US dollars. And I'm basically like thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, if a guy can make all that money, not even actually making a game, then I could at least make like a couple $100 or something a month off of my 2D MMO that I was trying to plan, the Boundless Kingdoms. Now I'll probably rename it now that I'm not associated with that clan as much. But yeah, man, I'm just like, screw it. I might as well do this thing, you know. So let me minimize some of my Windows stuff here for the YouTube streaming. And actually, here we go. I think. Here we go. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, but and here I am. Oh, damn, that is a lot of background sound, huh? All right. And then let's add the what I gotta do video capture device, right? Yeah. Okay, HD webcam. Um, Video capture device is what I have. That's weird. It won't let me actually summon it while I'm doing it. Well, I mean, you guys can hear me, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. At least I believe you guys can hear me. All right, so we got it set up. Let's. I want to do a little bit more art, but we're gonna go on to scene. So now we're going back on to GIMP. Now let's do this. All right, so I have this oriented with my actual mouse pad, with sorry, my gamepad, which is kind of what I was going for. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop this reference. Actually, let's make this, and we're gonna duplicate it, and then we're gonna put the opacity really low on this. And the reason is I'm going to try and flip this, or rotate it, excuse me. We're gonna rotate this. Rotate. And we're gonna rotate it 90 degrees. purpose of this, actually, you know what? No. I want to rotate him the opposite way. Negative 90. Here we go. Rotate. Okay. The reason behind this is I'm going to make a fresh thing. And this fresh thing is basically going to be him slightly curved. And see if I can make this just by color in this limited pixel scheme. So we're going to go for black, obviously. And I'm going to try to get like a reference anchor point. So with the rat, it looks like, I don't have him because this is a brand new palette for enemies. I think the feet were around mid, but what we can do is I can just open up one of the old, right? No, I think the rat, here we go, open. And this is obviously very small. Because I do want to make sure that most of this gets relatively, okay, so how can I just, okay, we're gonna copy visible, and then we're gonna add another reference frame, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna paste in place, okay? And so this way I get a really good idea where everything was. So it looks like the feet are here, and the top of the body is this. Now I don't want to make this guy too much bigger than the rat, but I am gonna scale it down, so it's kind of fine if I go a little bit out of the normal bounds. So he has antennas that I want pretty long, so it looks like what I gotta do, actually, you know what, let's do one more color, and we're gonna do this blue, but we're gonna make it really bright so it's easy to see. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna take this box shape idea, right, for the head, and I'm just going to put this on some just illustrate the fact that this bug is very boxy, right? And then I'm going to maybe do this, and I want to put even more of a sharp curve here, okay? And then this way you can tell that this is like the mid part of his body, right? And believe it or not, even with this difference of modification, right, if you actually track the total size, it's actually around the same size as it was before, except now this is just a side perspective, right? Now I think I'm still going to keep the original frames, but what I'm going to try to do now is what the hell, this is weird, okay, I don't know what's going on now. Okay, for some reason, it's not letting me move these around. This thing acts weird when you have layers above it. Alright, here we go, and it's around the same. So let's add this rat again. Okay, let's add him down a little bit lower, I guess. Where's the rat? Here we go. Yeah, okay. Add this again for reference, and now we don't need that anymore. Okay, so I want to make the butt abruptly taller, and then we're going to start scaling back down until we hit here, and then because we want to make this a little bit more, he's not quite an ant, so actually maybe I want to add a little bit, even a little bit more size than that. So this pen's a little bit weird. My wife dropped it, so other than me wanting revenge now on her, no, I'm joking. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Actually, you know what? Let's even make it more flat than that. Screw it. Okay, so we got the shell basically out. Now, my idea here is I don't want it half or less. I actually kind of think I want the actual height maybe around like 2/3 what it was. So we're gonna add in an extra square per side, but we're gonna do it this way. Annoying. Paste, paste. And I gotta remove that. Oops. Alright, here we go. And now, here we go. Now this should look absolutely fine. If it doesn't, then, you know, whatever. We'll alter it. Still think it's fine. Now we're gonna place these antennae here. Now in my imagination, right, they go one or two diagonal, so it'd be like this. Okay. And why is that color that color? Okay. And then they go to the side. One. I guess that's more of a straight, huh? That's cool. I don't know why, but when I press 1C, it doesn't put anything. I think you guys can see that my mouse is moving, but it's just not pressing anything down. It's really annoying, but whatever. What you gonna do? Okay, and then it's doable, I guess. So I think this looks kind of natural. Okay, and then obviously they're shaped like. Here, I'll put my webcam up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You know, obviously they're going to be shaped like this, right? So they arch up, and then they're like this, right? And so if you saw them from the top, they'd be like this. If you saw them from the side, they'd be like this, because they're like this, right? Like goat horns, I guess, but they're just antennas. Okay, so I got to put the perspective though that there's eyes on this. So maybe I actually want to go a step further and separate the antennas to the very top. Or I can do something like this, where I start the antennas from here instead. Cut. Paste. Because I know with real insects, if I'm not mistaken, that real insect. Damn it! This fucking overlay. I don't know why GIMP does this. It shouldn't matter. I've chosen what layer I'm selected on, right? So maybe from the middle, right? And then we're gonna remove that, and we're just going to back him up. Maybe that makes it better. Maybe I should do it higher, actually. Fuck it. Alright, cut. And what I'll do is I'll paste. Oh my god, that's annoying. Shit. Oh, that's fucking Jesus. Fucking overlay, dude. Alright, so what I'm saying, I'll just do this now because it's so damn aggravating with the way that this GIMP handles layers, but is I'll darken this to indicate this is where I'm imagining it, so it's coming out of the, for area. Wait, am I actually on the record? No, I'm not. I'm still on, my bad. Alright, here we go. I'm trying to manage a bunch of stuff now. And, wait. Oh, whoa, it's not recording properly. I don't know how to let it record this particular. Okay, so that's not doing at all what I was thinking. I don't know how to make it do the second display. It's weird. It won't let me select the second display as it does this window thing. And honestly, I don't know how this is supposed to work. So yeah, it's kind of weird because the window that's showing is not the window that's up in GIMP. So if I take this and I put it to the other display and I like go over here, it's not correct. That's annoying. I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, sorry, man. Bug problems constantly, right? With when it comes to this. Okay, so let's add in window capture. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it is. That's working. I don't understand what's going on. All right, let's see if it properly edits now. It might. Okay. Jesus Christ. All right. Yes. Okay. It is. Yeah. Now it's working. This is all weird, man. I don't know what it's doing. Hopefully nobody left too much. Okay. So I'm eventually gonna fade this into all black. But right now I'm just trying to get an idea of color temperature. So. Because I need to be able to reference myself. Because drawing in side profile and pixels is honestly more difficult than I'd like. So I try to like do what I can to make it as easy as possible. Alright, so see, you'd think pixel art's easier, but there's some really aggravating things about it, like some very clear limitations. Actually, you know what? I am gonna go ahead and I think what I'm gonna do is, because this is a beetle, not an ant, I don't want it accidentally looking too anty, so we're gonna shave off more of his little thingamajig. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna put more emphasis on the back, because like beetles' backs, are a lot bigger. Jesus Christ. Okay, and then yeah, and then let's okay, and then we're gonna scale even further. Yeah. Okay, that looks a lot more beetle-y in my opinion, right? I mean, I think it does. And I do totally have to move him back over there, don't I? Yeah, that's weird. Oh, it's text. It's fine. Put, paste. Like I said, I'm just not convinced that this looks alright to have it completely top down like that, because my rat is at a side angle and so is the bird. So it would kind of be really out of, I haven't worked on it in, like I said, close to 2 months. And so it would just make more sense if I were to, if I had a little bit more of a YouTube following that was interested in my actual programming stuff, this wouldn't be as difficult, like as much work, so to speak. But, it's just, now let's add like an eye reference. So, I don't know, I think I'm gonna make the color just really, really black, and then we're gonna add back our greens a little bit right now, just so I know that these are antennas, starting here. This is really strong, I don't know, I'm not trying to press that hard actually. We'll add the black back, it's not a big deal. Use the black color. Oh shit, that's eraser, not black. Okay, come on, there we go. Okay. And now I gotta start actually making this an outline, so I get a good idea of like what I'm trying to do, Alright, so outlined pretty well at this point. Now let's just add in the base green color. Let me pull up the reference of this one, because I totally forgot what my base was. It looks like, damn, I really should have separated. Oh yes, I did, thank God, okay. So, ooh, yeah, that does not make it easier actually, shit. Yeah, I kind of rushed when I made the concept for this. Because as you see, most of the details in right here. But we're going to go ahead and we're still going to use the screen, and I'm going to try to just reconstruct it as best as I can. Okay, so we got that green selected. We're going to go back to this, and we're just going to, come on. My mouse and my pad have completely different memories for some reason. So whatever I do on this drawing pad, I gotta keep doing on it or it'll mix the colors up. Alright. Really ugly green. I don't know what I was thinking. So I want to put, I don't really know. Maybe do this. And then, ooh, no, that doesn't look very good. Okay, this will work. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to just duplicate what I did with the shading here, and then set everything back. Okay, so let's add this. I think this is almost like a yellow color. So I think as long as I select the main part of this, it'll be fine. This gold thing I'll also add to, I guess, in my color selection. Yeah, these are different colors. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add another layer. And obviously I had it to where the underbelly is more of that gold. And I'm going to add into go in paintbrush, keep the same opacity, and we're going to try to feather in the same type of stuff that we did before. I'm going to put a little bit more emphasis on shadow up on the corners where there's going to be like an underbelly, you know, and then let's add in a background so I can keep track if I go over the lines. Okay, now obviously we're going to have to add a third dimension, another darker color here in the very base, because there's obviously going to be undercast of shadows from the ground and blah blah blah. So add in a very light here, and now this is where, of course it didn't save that color. I'm telling you, like, I love GIMP, but there's some things I really hate about it. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. And then I gotta get rid of that one. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. Okay, this is looking a little bit more natural again, but I just realized I'm gonna completely get rid of these black lines, probably from here and higher. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna go to that base color, right, that we were doing earlier, and we're going to go to this underneath, and we're gonna start adding it very slowly. And actually, god damn it, I did it again. I swear, sometimes I really hate GIMP, but it's free. So whatever, you know. Okay. And then here we go again. Now I'm trying to add a little bit, you know, like not add too much of this green to the line parts where the shell is divided, you know, but I think that works. Let's add it back. Yeah, that's a lot more mild. Alright, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to slightly try to feather this in here. Okay. Now, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this damn eye. Thinking about adding gray, like a grayish, very light gray onto it. You know, because I can't really get the shape I want, because it's just a box. We're just dealing with pixels here. So let's add in a very dark, maybe slightly green. Okay, let's just see how this works, how this will turn out. I don't know. I don't know. Man, it's so difficult. That's really bad. Okay, now I'm gonna add another layer, and this layer is gonna be for the legs because I do want the legs to be very, separated. So if we look at the original, remember this is not gonna look exactly the same, sadly. Actually, I think this color is wrong. I think it's a lot more of a brighter yellow that was on this part. It's hard because this thing only saves a certain amount of colors, and so I can't just I can't. Ugh. I know there's people, what they do is they literally draw like a little sample palette, down in the bottom or in the corner, but like I said, I was really rushing it the night that I did this originally, so I wasn't thinking about that too much. So let's do more color replacement, just hope it looks a little bit more like originally. Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, it is quite obvious now that I look at it from this angle too, that I pretty much just did shadow over highlight. I didn't really give a whole lot of okay, now let's see what that looks like. Yeah, this beetle on the side is a little bit difficult actually. I'm honestly a little shocked.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Don't do that.
Why am I doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna add black now and pencil. Again, we're gonna look at this reference to see where the legs would kind of fall. So it looks like this is kind of towards the back. Let's look at our reference for the and so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try to get like a general reference of how big these might be. I'm thinking something in the order like okay, and then this one. One pixel looks like it's gonna matter, so yeah. This way we can migrate the other leg a little closer to. Okay, that looks a little bit more natural, I guess. And then we're gonna put. Yeah, this still kind of looks like a weird ass ant. I guess I gotta completely straighten this. Let's look at a beetle side profile on my other tab. Beetle side profile. Ugh, beetle bug. Did I spell beetle wrong? No, I didn't. Okay, when I put beetle side profile, it shows the car. Beetle bug side profile. It still wants to show me the freaking Actually, strangely enough, this is kind of not that bad. Basically, the only thing I've actually done wrong, if anything, is I just put the elevation of the thing wrong. Okay, so let's take these legs. We're gonna adjust everything after we draw the frames to where the rat is, but I'm actually thinking it's just gonna be easier to do this separately. Okay. So this would be proper beetlage. But it still looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Control Z. I don't know, man. When you're talking about pixel art, it's way easier to do a beetle that looks decent from the top view than the bottom view. That's for damn sure. Oh my god, this is actually maddening because I kind of don't like this. The color scheme is really messed up because I couldn't save the exact, yeah, the color scheme is really fucked. I hate it. Damn it.
Honey, use your word.
Shut up.
You know me, okay.
All I can do right now, I guess, is this is very obviously not done, but I'm gonna do green beetle right, and then I'm gonna say side, and this is just gonna be the test version to see what it looks like in perspective compared to in the game, because I don't have the ability to really. Oh, did I accidentally put the capsule? Oh, I didn't. Let's put side version 1. version 0 sport, right? Okay. Put this in. Oh, I forgot I didn't have any audio for my Unity view. Yeah, okay, now it's all working, it looks like. Yeah, this is so confusing. I don't even know how this, really works half the time. Alright, so we switched a bunch of scenes. Alright, so basically, as you guys can see, it actually looks like it's something that could be worked in the game, but it's really, really different. Does not look like it was cut from the same cloth. But it does look a little bit more in perspective for the game. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on this one a little bit more, and then I'm going to fully animate it, and maybe I'll change out the colors a little bit, and I'll turn this into the full version of this beetle, okay? And then when it's facing away, we're just going to make it to where you're looking at its butt and like kind of visible, antennas. And then when you're looking from the front, the antennas are going to look really big, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this. Obviously it's always a little bit of a challenge. So, alright, now let's go back to editing this. So maybe I'm going to go for a whole different approach and just make this something a little bit more unique. Would still like to match these colors, but I just don't think that's going to happen now, because I don't have the original colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a little palette here. Might as well do it. We're going to rename it to edit layer attributes name palette. Okay. And we're just going to make big blotches of the colors I'm using. So we're going to make this the primary color. Okay. Of course it doesn't fucking work. Here we go. Okay, that's color 1. Base color. dark shadow color. Okay. So these are the three main colors I'm using. And that's what I'll stick with for the beetle. Alright, so we got these palettes finally. Now we're going to go to the legs, and we're gonna use the green color to resaturate this. We're gonna go on a paintbrush. And we're gonna add another layer. I don't think that messes it up too much. Okay, and then we're just gonna. I think I'm gonna try to add a little bit of the idea that these are. What is that color? Oh, just. I did it another way. Now I'm trying. I do know one thing about these legs in real life is they have like a little hook thing for beetles. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna draw this where it looks great. It's aggravating right now. Sometimes I really hate working with pixels, and then other times I love it. It's it still looks too flat. Just look better if I just did that. Okay. Now I gotta move it back. Oh my god. Yeah, pixel art is kind of a nightmare sometimes.
The Beatles.
I guess that works. Fuck it. I still gotta try to find ways to put emphasis on these eyes, but maybe what I'll do is go back onto the highlights, and I'll add some black, more black, darken it up again, and then maybe a pinch of white, but I'll keep it a really basic. We'll put white in here, just so I don't forget. And then we'll put like a speck. Too much of a speck. Damn it. I'm gonna literally have to transplant this because my pen is broken now. Because somebody dropped it on the ground. So my thing doesn't work anymore when I'm trying to just select one pixel. It's stupid. It doesn't activate until I drag it. Okay, it's still too bright. Okay, try this. I guess guess it gives it a little bit more life. 3 now. Alright, let's do a couple more alterations. So we're gonna remove the legs. And of course I accidentally did that. God damn it. Paste. Okay. Get rid of the legs. Okay, and then we're gonna edit copy visible. And we're going to paste in place. Why isn't anything showing up? Okay. I'm gonna take what we've already built and we're gonna try and expand upon it a little bit. So where is the, here we go. And so another cool little trick, by the way, this is one thing that I learned kind of about. So see how these colors don't have full opacity, right? I can copy, paste them, and it'll make it a little darker. I can do the same thing again for this. Edit, cut, paste, edit, paste, and now it's completely visible. Alright, so don't really know how to make this more beetle. The only thing I could maybe do is I could narrow that down again. So let's go ahead and duplicate layer. Okay, and then what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a very big hit or miss. Basically, we're gonna compress this. Cut. Paste. You see what I'm saying? But I gotta make this go behind. So we're gonna cut. Cut. Okay, why isn't this cutting? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Cut. New layer. Right? Okay. Underneath this layer. Edit. Paste. And we're gonna do this. We can just experiment. Okay, now we're gonna merge. Merge down. Take the whole thing. Edit, paste. Trying to make this as beetly as possible, but I just don't know how to. Copy. Paste. I mean, it kind of looks okay, but kind of doesn't. I don't know. Let's just get rid of this. Maybe put this a little higher. Actually, where's that picture of the side profile beetle? Yeah, they're right next to the eyes like that, so I guess this actually is a decent position for it. Maybe I could even move the eyes a little lower. You know, it's all experimentation with this. Okay, cut. Paste. That looks weird now. Okay. Maybe remove that. You can't even tell what that is now. Got the legs back. Actually, I think this is better. Yeah, that's this beetle looks like it has Down syndrome or something, so we need to get rid of it. But I think the shell is definitely an improvement, so we can keep those changes. Alright, so what I think we can do now.
Honey.
I don't know. Maybe this is gonna work. Also, I gotta make some changes to the way that I do the streaming. So maybe I'll do this tomorrow or something like that. But all right, screw it. I'll just call it a day and wrap up the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.